In this quick video, I'm going to show you how Edpuzzle works. So first of all, I've gone to edpuzzle.com, and if it's the first time you've visited edpuzzle.com, you will need to sign up by pressing the blue sign up button at the top. Select that you're a teacher and then either sign in with Google or sign up with the Edpuzzle button. Just fill out the form and create your account. After you've filled out the form, you'll be asked to select your school or add your school to Edpuzzle, and then you'll come through to a screen similar to this. So in here on the left hand side, we've got all the different areas that we can add content to Edpuzzle, and then at the top we've got the bits about yourself. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at my classes. So I'm going to press on my classes, and we're going to add a new class. Now if you're a Google Classroom user, you can press Google Classroom, and this will allow you to import all the students directly from one of your classrooms. It also will allow you to post directly back to Google Classroom from Edpuzzle. So it creates a really nice integration between Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. But don't worry, if you're not a Google Classroom user, you can just do the Add New Class button, give your class a name and a description if you require, and then you can choose the class type. So we can choose the classic class, which means the students actually have to log in to Edpuzzle, or we can choose an open class, which means that students will have a code or a link to log them in. I'm going to make mine an open class because it will show you how very easily students can get access to Edpuzzle. So I'm going to press create class, and now I've created my class. It's all there. I don't need to add any students because they'll get added as and when they log in for the first time. So now I'm going to go back to my content. So I'm going to go to the content tab at the top, and then back to my screen as before. So there are a few ways that we can add content to Edpuzzle. We can use videos that have already been made by you looking at the popular channels down on the side, or you can actually add your own content. So this could be a video that you've made on an iPad or on a laptop using something like iMovie or Loom or Screencast-O-Matic, something like that. So we'll look at both of these options. So I'm going to look at the popular channels first. So the Edpuzzle channel are videos that have already been Edpuzzled as such, so they've already got questions built into them, and they're already there ready to go. The YouTube channel, and I think this is the channel that you'll use the most, is where you can find videos from YouTube and turn them into Edpuzzles. Now if you've already got a video that you like on EdTube, you can just copy and paste the URL for the video into there and it will find it straight away. But if you've not, you can just do a search. So if we were looking for a video on the water cycle, for example, I could type in water cycle, and you can see it's giving me lots of different videos on here. Let's choose this one over here. So I'm just going to click on that one to choose it. So now I've chosen a video, it's time for me to edit it. So on the right hand side, I can press the edit button, and the first section is the cut section. So if you've got a little bit where it might be like an intro scene or someone talking about their videos or trying to sell their YouTube channel, you can cut those bits out by dragging the bar along. You can drag the bar along and it will cut it out, or take it back. So I'm just going to cut out this have fun teaching percent. I'm going to start from the water cycle song bit just there. When I've done it, you can see I've now got the grey bar. That means it's there, it's done, it's cut out. So now let's look at the questions tab. So there are three types of questions we can add: a multiple choice, an open-ended, or just a note, which gives the children a bit more information about that section. So first of all, you have to decide where you want these things to go, and you can add multiples in. So I'm just going to find a section in my video, and then we'll look at adding a multiple choice question. Okay, so I'm going to add a multi-choice question into this part. So I'm going to click on the multi-choice, and I type in my question at the top. And after I've put in my question, I can then put in my answers. I always like to put the correct answer first, and make sure it's ticked and then fill in my other answers around it. So I'm going to put my correct answer here. You can put it in other options if you wish. And now I've put in my correct answer, I make sure that the tick is on that correct answer. So let's put some incorrect answers down here. And if I wish to add in another incorrect answer, I can press add another choice and it'll let me put another one in. And once you've put in all of your answers, then you must press save. So I'm going to press save on this now to add this multiple choice question to this part of my video, and then I can go through the next part of the video to add in some more questions. So now here I could add in another multiple choice question, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to show you how an open-ended question works. So I'm going to press open-ended question, and here I'll just type in a question. So an open-ended question means that you don't have any answers in there. You actually have to mark it and grade it for them afterwards, later on, after they've completed the Edpuzzle. So if you're looking for instant feedback for the children, then multiple choice answers is the way forward. But if you want to go through individually and mark their answers, then you can use the open-ended question afterwards. So now I've put in the open-ended question, press save. And now that's added in there. So now I've got a few questions in here. Obviously yours will have many more probably in there. I'm now ready to press finish. So I'm going to press finish at the top, and that will turn this video into an Edpuzzle. So now I've got my video. It's there ready to be used by the children, and it needs to be assigned. If I needed to make any edits, I can just press the edit button again and carry on editing. But I'm going to assign it now by pressing the assign button. And you can see here I've got my class at the top, so I'm going to choose my class. You might have multiple classes in here if you've added more than one, or if you've got Google Classroom classes, you'll see them in there as well. You can choose when it's going to be available to the students, when they've got to have it back by, so let's say next week. And if you do prevent skipping, that means that the children can't skip the video, it's locked. That will prevent them from moving through. I'm going to turn that off for the purpose of the video, just so that I can skip through it quicker to show you how it works from a pupil point of view. If you're using the Google Classroom class as well, you have an extra tab on here which will say post to Google Classroom, and it'll put it straight into Google Classroom when you press the assign button. So I'm going to press assign. So now it's assigned the video for me, and I can still change the settings over here if I need to. But I need to make this available to my students now by pressing the share assignment button. So when I press share assignment, it gives me this lovely link at the top. So what I'm going to do is going to copy this link, and I'm going to put it into a guest window so you can see what it looks like from a student's point of view. So I'm going to press copy link, and I'm going to paste the link into my guest window. And now you can see how it looks from a student. So because this is the first time I've gone on as a student, I need to type in my name, and then I can join my class. So here's the video, and all the dots at the bottom are where the questions are. So because I've left skip video on, it means I can skip the video. But if you'd have locked it to prevent skipping, the children wouldn't be able to skip through. All they could do is press the play button. So I've skipped through to the first question so you can see how it looks. So here we've got the question. So if I tick the correct answer and press submit, then you can see they get instant feedback telling them that they're correct, and it's all there, and they can press continue, and then the video will carry on. When we get to an open-ended question, it will look like this. And now they have to actually type in their answer. So this box expands. They can type a lot of stuff in here, but remember, obviously you're going to have to mark this bit afterwards. So multiple choice questions give you just make your life and your workload much easier. So I'm going to submit that. See, there's no feedback because it says it's got to be graded, and press continue, and then the video will carry on. So I'm just going to stop the video there and leave it from the pupil's point of view, and I'm going to jump back to the teacher's point of view now. So now back at the teacher's point of view, you can see that I've got my demo student in there, but it tells me I've only got 0% watched, and obviously that's because I haven't watched any of the video, I just skipped through it. So as the students watch the video, it will tell you the percentage of the video that they've watched as it goes through. So if I want to find out what the student's done a little bit more, I can click on the student, and you see here it tells me how much they've watched again, what their correct answers were, where they've been in the video. So these little tabs, they fill up with ones as the students have watched those sections in the video. So down here it shows me the questions that we put in and their answers to those questions, and I can comment on those answers if I wish and grade them. So because this one's a written answer, it needs to be graded either correct or incorrect. Something that says incorrect because it needs to be a better answer than that. And then if you've got lots of students in here, we would hit next student at the top and it'll go through to the next student. You can just work your way through seeing how all the students have done. To go back, you just press the title of your video up here, and now you're back at the screen where you can see all your students again. If you want to see the questions, a breakdown of the questions and how all your students have done with each question, you can press questions, and then this will tell you how many children have got it right out of how many children who have watched it. So this might help you find about misconceptions that you can then obviously easily address. Another cool feature is that you can download your grades at the bottom down here, and that will download them to Excel for you, which obviously makes life easier from your point of view to be able to see how well the children have done. So now we've seen how to use a YouTube video, but let's have a quick look at how you can add your own content. So we'd go to the My Content button, we would press Add Content, and we would press Upload a Video. When we upload a video, you can choose a file, and that will allow you to browse and find a video in there. So let's just choose this one for the purpose of this video. It'll upload it into your My Content section in Edpuzzle. It prepares it for you. This can take a few minutes if it's quite a big video file, but you do get an email when it's finished, which obviously makes your life a bit easier. But once it's uploaded, it works in exactly the same way as we've just done. So you can click on the video, press on the edit button, and just add in your multiple choice questions as you go along, and then assign it in exactly the same way.